Your questions will be answered on how to be a Shopee seller in 2021 after watching this video. Shopee! Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. This is Ericka. For today's video, I'm gonna teach you guys on how to be a Shopee seller in 2021. So I decided to make two videos so that it will not be that long. So first is how to be a Shopee seller in 2021 using laptop only, which is this video. And the second one is how to be a Shopee seller in 2021 using phone only. Okay, to be a Shopee seller, you need to know these 5 steps. 5 important steps which I will discuss to you in a very detailed way. So grab your pen and paper and keep on watching. Okay, the first step is to make a Shopee account, and for this you really have to think through on what your shop username is, because if ever you don't like your username now, like what you made now, you can only change it after 30 days. So that's why, as for me, before I wanted to use my personal Shopee account as my shop profile. I'm just gonna change the username and all that, but then I only realized that I can only change my username after 30 days. That's why I decided to have another SIM card given by my friend Rachel, and I mentioned this on my previous video about Shopee as well. I'm gonna link down below, because Shopee does not allow multiple users in one contact number. So one contact number, one user only. Okay, so that's clear. So before making a Shopee account, you should take note of this. Second step is to set up your shop profile. So this is where it gets exciting, because you can customize your shop profile. Okay, so first is to type in on your browser seller.shopee.ph. Okay, now on the upper right, click your shop name and then click shop profile. Okay, for the shop name, there are 11 guidelines which you can see on the screen and that you can read, and make sure you follow these guidelines so that your shop name will be approved. Okay, so under images and videos, you can upload up to 5 images and videos for your brand's identity. So this is actually optional, so you have an option whether you want to do this or not. But I suggest you should do this to catch customers' attention. Okay, so as for shop description, you may include your shop history, the type of products that you sell, or your chat or reply hours, so that the customers will be informed. So make sure you are not putting in your personal information such as contact number, email, or what. So as for me, this is my shop description for my shop, which is missactive.ph. Third step is how to add products on Shopee, or how to add listing. Okay, on the left side of the page, click add a new product. Okay, the first thing that you will see is the product name and the category. For the product name, it should be at least 20 characters and a maximum of 100 characters. Okay, after placing the product name, choose the category. As for me, I chose women's apparel, tops, and then crop. So make sure the category is accurate as well. Once you're done with this page, click next. Okay, so in this page, you will be asked to input the basic information of your product. So like the product description, the brand, the material, and all that. Okay, the product description has 3,000 characters maximum, so you can ready your description beforehand. Actually, as for me, I typed it in my notes first before placing it in the description box. And then put the brand. If there's no brand, then click none, and then choose the material of the product. Okay, so if you see that asterisk sign, you are required to fill out that information. So if wala naman, like for example, the occasion, you don't really have to put that. Okay, next is the sales information. This is where you put the price and the stock of your item. So if you are selling one item with no variation, then you can directly put the number of stocks and the price of the product. But if you have multiple variations like the sizes, the color, or a different item, then click enable variation. So as you can see, there are 2 variations that you can put. Let's say, for example, in variation 1, you put the size, and then in variation 2, you put the color. So under variation 1, you can see options. So you can put small, medium, large. Then under color, you can put the colors available of your product as well. So you can put it under options. So as for me, I only used variation 1, and then I named it cute tops. And then I just wrote a code for each top, since these are multiple tops. So now I'm just putting in the price, the number of stocks that I have per item, and the SKU if you have. So as for me, I have SKU. So if you're curious on what is SKU, that is stock keeping unit, is actually a product code that you can use to search some products or items. So if ever you copy the SKU that I put here and then you paste it on your browser, the item will be shown as well because the item is original and all that. Okay, next is media management. This is where you upload the photos of your product. So first thing that you have to do is to choose a cover photo. Okay, the size for the photo is 500 by 500 pixels. So take note of that so that it's fixed in the square. So it will not be like vertical or horizontal like that. So it's 500 by 500 pixels. So once you upload your cover photo, you can then upload the other photos that you have of the product, like for example, the size chart or what. Okay, so what you placed in the sales information will also be shown here in the media management because you can add photos to those variations. So have you observed that, say, when you like this product, like you're gonna choose that variation, a photo will appear. So this is how sellers do that. So now you can upload a photo of that variation. So you know, whenever a customer click that item or click that variation, a photo will appear of the product that they will receive. But if you don't want to do that, make sure that if ever the customer will ask for the actual photo of your product, make sure to respond to them immediately for the actual photo, because of course customers would want to know what they can expect when they receive the product. Okay, next is shipping. So first things first, you need to add weight of your product. But if you're not sure what the weight of your product is, just put an estimate and make sure it's close to the accurate weight, okay? But of course, it is still better that you put the accurate weight of the product. But if it's only a clothing that's very light, I just put 0.2 kg. That's what I usually put. Okay, so under shipping also, you can see the partner couriers that you can use. As for me, I have JNT Express and GoGo Express. But for me, I only take JNT Express because I have the pouches already and I've been using it ever since I started my Shopee store, which is Miss Active PH. Actually, I made a video on shipping courier review. I'm gonna link it below as well. Okay, as for the waybill, if you were to ask me that, actually before, JNT prints the waybill for me. But now because of the update, you will have to print your own waybill. And I actually made a detailed step-by-step instruction on how to do that. I'm just gonna link it below as well because yeah, you will learn a lot from there also. And for the pouches, you just have to ask the driver once they arrive. So I also mentioned that in this video as well. So I'm gonna link below. Dami kong link below, but everything is linked below, like all the videos I'm gonna mention. Under shipping is others, so you're gonna choose if the customers will have to pre-order the item or not, like if you have the item on hand already, and of course the condition of the product, if it's new or used. Okay, so on the last part, you have an option if you want to publish it directly or save and delist. So if you click publish, the customers will see your product already, but when you click save and delist, it means that you just want to save the information, like everything that you did, and then it will not be shown publicly yet to the customers unless you edit it and then publish that listing. So it's really up to you. So if you're curious on how to edit the product as well, it's the same process. Just click the product that you made and then you can edit it and then publish it, or you can save and delist it again. Grabe, the third step is so long. Currently 28 minutes, but I'm gonna shorten this. Fourth step is to set up your bank account details. So all you have to do is to look at the left side of the page and click finance and then click bank accounts, and then after that click add bank account, then fill out all the necessary details needed, and then as you can see on the screen, these are the banks available. If you were to ask me on how to transfer the income and all that, what I did is I used my phone. So stay tuned on my next video next week on how I automatically transfer my income to my bank account every Tuesday. And they will just send me a notification that the withdrawal process is being ready, and then once it has transferred to my bank account, they will send a notification to me as well. Okay, the last step, which I think is the most important, and you guys have been asking me this, and that is, what do I do when I receive my first order from my first customer? So the first thing that you should do is to not panic. Okay, don't panic, because I am here to guide you and I'm gonna tell you guys the step-by-step process and what you should do to make that customer your loyal customer. And okay, anyways, the first step is to fix the product as soon as possible. If you think that you can fix the product the day that the customer has ordered, then fix it agad. Like, don't wait until tomorrow, okay? Second step is to arrange the shipping. When arranging the shipping, there are two ways because you can use your laptop and you can also use your phone. But again, I'm gonna use my laptop with this one, so just click arrange shipping and then choose the date on when you want the Kuya driver to pick up the order of your customer. So as for me, and what you should do also is to arrange the pickup the day after the customer has placed their order. So like for example, today the customer just placed an order, so I'm gonna arrange the pickup to tomorrow, which is Sunday. And yes, they do pick up every day, even Sunday. So yeah, you should do this because the earlier Kuya driver picks up the item, the earlier it will be delivered to the customer. And if ever it will be delivered to the customer, then the customer will be happy, and there's a big possibility that they will give a very nice rating to your shop, which is really important as well. Okay, the third step is to print waybill. As mentioned before, they don't print the waybill for us anymore. But actually, there's this one admin from the J&T branch in Tuguegarao, and he mentioned that they still print waybill. So I think it varies per location. But as for me, in my area, and I think most of the areas, they don't print the waybill for you. And also, if you're curious if the branch is still printing waybill, then maybe you can just call them. So just type it on Google, J&T customer service contact number. Okay, next is, of course, you will have to pack it, right? But since it is your first order and first customer, you don't have pouches yet. So what you will have to do is to ask the driver because it's free, okay? Note that the pouches are free, and usually the drivers bring extra because there are new sellers and they don't have pouches yet. So yeah, and be kind to your Kuya driver. Okay, and then after that, after you arrange your item, you arrange the shipping, you message the buyer. Because, you know, is it just me that whenever I buy, I like it when the seller send a photo of the product or give updates that, oh hi, I've arranged your pickup to tomorrow, and then here's your product, and then send a photo of the product, because I really appreciate when sellers do that. Because, you know, it takes less than 1 minute or 2 minutes to update that buyer. So yeah, do that. Okay, second to the last step for this one is to recheck the orders before giving it to Kuya. Make sure that the waybill is correct for that item, because the last thing that we want to happen is to have mix-up of orders. We don't want that to happen. So recheck, triple check, quadruple check, make sure the quantity is correct, and make sure there are no damages of the product before shipping it. And if ever the product is fragile, make sure you wrap it in a bubble wrap or anything that can protect the item. Okay, the last step is to wait for Kuya. So usually in my area, they arrive after lunch around 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. It really depends. And of course, don't forget to ask if they want water because they may be thirsty from all their pickups and all that. And be nice to your Kuya drivers. I've been telling you guys this from my previous videos. And yeah, don't forget to wear your mask because it's your protection and Kuya's protection as well. So yeah. Okay, so those are the 5 important steps that you should take note as a first-time seller. And I'm really rooting for you. You got this. So yeah, stay tuned for my next video because that will be how to be a Shopee seller using phone only. And from there, I will also teach you on how to reply to customers and how to give buyer ratings as well. And yes, you can rate your buyers, so stay tuned for that. So again, if you have more questions, just comment it down and I will try my best to answer all those on my next video. I also ask you guys on my Instagram if you have questions. I also take note of your questions there. So yeah, shout out to John Henry Baduria. Thank you so much for supporting me and watching me in my videos. And if you want me to give you guys a shout out also, just comment down below and I will do that. So yeah, don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so that you will be notified every time I post a new video. Bye! See you next week.